is if you were in Nashville and you enjoyed it and got something out of it, and I'm going to ask you, you can't go over 30 seconds, okay? If everyone here took 30 seconds, that would be a half hour without the training, okay? So we can't do that, okay? But I'd like you to do two things. I'd like you to share in 30 seconds or less what Nashville meant to you. And also, as we're on here tonight, going through the training, just fill up the chat with what you like the best. There's a chat box here, and, just go in there and just leave a note of what you enjoyed the most about Nashville, or what moved you the most, or whatever it is. So we're going to start with anyone that was in Nashville that would like to share how they felt being there and what it did for them before going home, and the deal. Is there anyone that would like to share? Ira, go ahead, buddy. If you want to share, anybody, raise your hand so I know who to call next, and please keep it 30 seconds or less. Go ahead, Ira.
Okay. First of all, great energy, and that's true of all three of the conventions that I've been to, but this one was particularly inspirational. And Bob, you and April were spectacular. You were human. You were real, and you inspired everybody on our team for sure. But I can imagine that was true of everybody in the room. So I really enjoyed seeing you up there getting celebrated as EC1s, and I'm happy to call you Flower Girl in front of the entire team, Bob. But the presentation that you did right before lunch on Saturday was absolutely amazing. The talent of all the LifeVantage consultants who performed on Friday night was beyond belief, and
I hope there were talent scouts in the room.
I've been to three of these so far, and I come home truly inspired to do more, to share more, to bring LifeVantage to other people who need it or want it, and I couldn't be happier to have gone, honestly.
Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, hands raised. Fred, you got your hand raised. 30 seconds or less, folks. We want to stay on it. Go ahead, Fred.
So it was a great seminar, and the unity with the company, the new LifeVantage, the new skincare line. When I first saw it and even had Shirley try it, I was starting to get excited because of that product. But after this seminar, and we were in Edmonton too, but after this seminar with Lisa Barnes and Dr. Rodarte explaining this, what we have our hands on, I am beyond excited about skincare and what we have to offer other people. And so we are no longer the Pro Tandem company. We are so much more. I've been around since 2013, and where we had to explain oxidative stress, we are no longer the Pro Tandem company. We are so much more. I'll just close with that. We've got the whole package: company, products, corporate culture, working together like we are now. So thank you.
We are the activation company now, and that sums it all up. So, but thank you, Fred. Appreciate it. It was great seeing you. Kimberly, unmute yourself. Go ahead, please.
Sorry about that. All right. Hey, Bobby. I want to say what stood out to me was this whole Rise era and the One LifeVantage, and three of the things that Sarah Thomas had said was that you have to be the one that motivates yourself. Life is not a roadblock. It is a speed bump, and take pride in what you're doing. And I think with everything that just was launched and how we came together, we can definitely take pride in what we're doing.
Oh, I think that's a must, but I love the speed bump line. I like that line. That was really good. She was fantastic.
She was very.
We've heard some women before, and and that's not a knock on anyone, and maybe it was the whole football, basketball thing for me, the sport thing. I don't know, but I thought she was awesome. I really did. I enjoyed, she could have gone on another half hour and it would have been just fine, you know?
Yes.
And
nobody. You
would-
guys did a phenomenal job. I really can relate to that story with the little boy. So thank you so much. You guys inspired me.
That was, yeah. I'm glad everybody received it the way it was meant because
It was beautiful.
it was very different for me and April to do a training like that, but you know.
Well, if we can change one life, you know what, that's what truly matters at the end of the day. Health or financial, and truly bless somebody. That's what it's about.
I don't know if you wouldn't have seen this, but Carrie Dickey was right in the front row and recorded the training, the whole thing from the start to finish. And Carrie can't help herself. She narrates along the way. If she's not hooting, she's hollering or screaming or jumping around, but she is priceless. I don't even know how to describe her. She's amazing. So she's taken the video and we got a beautiful video from Donde and Marcy Nettles too. They were right in the front of the white couches, but Carrie's has extra comments in it. It's just, it's incredible. So
Fantastic.
yeah, has anyone else got their hands up? Jaya, go ahead. Jaya, when I say put your hand up, it means like
Oh,
it means like raise your hand on the screen. But since I saw you, go ahead, Jaya.
I didn't see that. Okay, I loved it and I'm fired up. I did 3-4 videos today. I'm all up to it.
Well, I liked your comment in the text thread about how much younger you felt and excited you felt. And I saw you dirty dancing Saturday night. Don't think that missed me. I didn't get it on film, but I did see it. I saw. So it's going to be fun, Jay. That's all I can say. Anyone else got their hands up? If it's not on the screen, if go ahead. Kenneth, I was going to call on you anyway, but go ahead, Kenneth.
I have no idea where to put my hand up here. I don't know where that button is, but okay. So I'll just do this one. For me, you know, it was a great event. I'm super fired up too. I saw your live Facebook today, Jay. I was like, all right, she's ready. That was really good. But yeah, for me it was opportunity, right? And selling the whole shebang, you know, the products, the opportunity as well. And I think many times we sort of put ourselves in the box and we just do one. You know, let's do it all, right? Because we have amazing products, the best on the market. We also have an opportunity with a compensation plan that's best on the market. Right, so if we just sell both, well, you know, some people will bite onto one, some people will bite onto the other, but many will do both, and that's what we got to do, right? So that was great seeing everybody, and you know, we're just gotta keep plugging away now. Use this motivation to go.
So for those of you that weren't able to make this event, Kenneth crossed the stage a number of times, and give me a second. I got a short video that I don't know if he's seen it or not seen it, but thanks again to my friend Carrie Dickey. Let's see. Okay, so Carrie had sent this.
Enrollment, and then everything will come, right? Everything will follow, right? I think I follow sort of a business concept saying it's not about ROI, which is return on investment, it's all COI, which is cost of inaction, right? Because if we don't do anything, nothing happens. So if we just keep on taking action every day, everything comes together.
There she is. Carrie had, let me stop sharing that for a second. Was everyone able to see that? Did that come through? So
that's pretty cool.
Whenever you hear that hoot, that is Carrie Dickey. Okay. And you just, she's all over, but she sent us so many pictures. She videoed our training. She videoed Kenneth. She's just spectacular. So we feel very fortunate to have her as a friend and ally in this business. Is there anyone else? Anyone else want to share before we get into some of what we are going to cover tonight? At the end, we'll do it again. So if you decide you'd like to share at the end, that's fine. But let's see. For everybody on here, again, if you were in Nashville and you took pictures, okay, if you haven't seen, and I'll give you another example. Let me share again. If you haven't seen, this was a video that April made that I'm about to share with you. I'm just going to show you 30 seconds worth, but this was from San Antonio. And everybody loved it, and everybody loved being in it. It's a highlight reel from the event in San Antonio, and April is putting one together for Nashville. And we would like everybody that is on this Zoom, you know, and even those that weren't, but if they were in Nashville and they're part of the team that normally plugs in, would you please send us your pictures, okay? Text them to April or me, it don't matter. April's putting it together, so I would say text her, but if you don't have her number, text me. And, you know, but we need them by tomorrow because she wants to get it done by Wednesday so that we can use it. And we'll send it out to everyone. We'll put it on YouTube. Everybody will have the link and you'll be in the video. Okay. So if you want to be in it, please send us pictures. I want to give you some dates. Write these down, please. Okay. This week, March 20th, there's a meeting in Chicago, and you can reach out to either Dr. Goodman or Dr. Castori or Dr. Grija on that one, Catalina, any of them. There's a meeting there on the 20th this week, okay? On April 17th, many of you met Joanne or know Joanne. Joanne is hosting a meeting in Myrtle Beach, and April will be there doing the meeting with her. Okay, so April 17th. May, the night of Friday the 17th, but the event is May 18th. It's a Saturday. Brandon Cunningham is doing an all-day event, hosting an all-day event in Tampa. April and I will be there. I know Kenneth's going to be there, and we're going to build for that event. But, you know, if you're looking to get down to Florida for a day or two, there's a good opportunity there to do that, you know, if you want to do that. So that's May. Friday night will be the reception on the 17th. The 18th will be all day. And I'm saying Tampa, it could be Clearwater, it could be St. Pete. It's over near Tampa, okay, is where to be. And I have a link for it that I can forward to you. What we do need is we need some feedback from you. What April and I are thinking about doing is hosting an event on July 20th for the virtual. And we're thinking about renting an Airbnb with, I don't know, 15, 20 bedrooms, whatever the biggest one we can find in Orlando. And since it's July, we're thinking it would be really cool. Most of the Airbnbs, they want a 3-night minimum, especially something that big. And we're thinking maybe we could do a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night thing and do some Orlando stuff. You know, I mean, whatever it is, go to a park or go over to City Walk or whatever it is, just have some fun. And so we'd like to know what your thoughts are on that. And, you know, if it's something you might be interested in, if it's something your team might be interested in, because the really, really big Airbnbs go quick. And, you know, we just want a little feedback on that, on what your thoughts are on that. And so just over the rest of this week, give some thought to it. Let us know what your thoughts are and just message us on that. So, but there's a lot of dates coming up. April's going to go through the product line, the new line with you in a second, but I want to take a moment and show you where you can find some of the stuff that has just been released. So keep your pen and paper in front of you. But what I'm going to do is go to my website. Okay. So April and I, our website you're about to see is called
Yeah.
activated collagen.LifeVantage. And that's not really what I'm going to talk about. I just want you to see you're on our site. But there's two things, big deals that kind of happened this weekend. One is there are coupons now that expire at the end of the month. What's a coupon? You can give somebody a 10% discount on their bundle, on their business pack. If they're coming in as a consultant and they're picking one of the packs, and there's a lot of new packs, there's 3, so you got to go look at them. There's brand new packs, and the business pack now has all the new products in it too. But if you click on,
Are users still broken up? Well, it's interesting question. We found to I just
okay, so if you click on, if you go to your website and you're on yours, okay, and you click on where it's got your initial or your picture here, and the menu comes up, you just slide down to where it says shareable coupons. So you got to be on your website, click shareable coupons, and your 3 coupons for the month. You have 3, but you got to use them by, and I'm sorry for the slow load here. I don't know why it's going so slow. It might be because I'm on a bunch of different browsers at one time, but those are the codes. Now you don't want to steal my codes because then you'd enroll them under me. So I thought about that you seeing the codes. I'm just joking. Okay. But it's 10% off the enrollment pack. It's good to the 31st, and you copy and paste or put this on your clipboard, and you can give that, and any enrollment pack that they choose, again, a consultant enrollment pack, anything that they choose, they will get a 10% discount. And the urgency of it is you only have to March 31st. So if you're going to do it, get at it now. And you got 3 of them. So just go after it. And then the other thing I want to share with you is you've heard us talk about the hub. Okay. Well, they call it the communication hub. I think I just call it the hub. But if you click on that, that has been completely updated with everything. Okay. And that's what it looks like. You click on that, you scroll down, you see the new products here where I'm running my mouse. So if you click on that, okay, you're going to get, and again, April's going to go through a lot of this with you now, but if you want to get updated on all the new products, here it is. Okay, it's right here for you. These are all clickable links. The new sunscreen is here that came out. So it's those products, the sunscreen. And then all the assets are right here. If you click on that, you will be able to download all the shareables, the PowerPoint presentation, what Lisa Barnes did, and April's going to go through that now. All of that stuff is there. Okay, so it's really great because you don't, you just got to go to the website now. Okay, that's all you need to do, and your coupons are there, and it's right where you manage your subscriptions. The hub is there. But April, I think I said what I'm going to say. Are you good with ready to do your part?
Yeah, I just want everybody to realize that with the new products and all, we now can go back to, all our old people. We have a whole new database of people to be able to reach out to with the skincare, really results oriented, and people can see it. There were a few things that we went over, and I kind of want to talk to you a little bit different way that I've been doing business too, whether it be collagen or Protandim or what it might be. But as you start to get people in your organization, it's not always about your personal sponsoring. So, we had a scenario go down today. Actually went to lunch with a lady, and she's actually under another distributor that we play pickleball with. You've heard Bobby mention that. So the pickleball girl got involved. And then the other one brought another one to a Sip and Glow I did. But the lady who was the guest of the guest, so you got to imagine it's like not Shar, but Shar's guest.
Neither of them were in.
A guest brought a guest, yes. And so she was the one that showed the most interest in doing an opportunity. So I went down to have lunch with the girl that was most interested, even though I absolutely didn't know her. She decided to get involved, which forced the person above to get involved. And you wonder, why do you spend time doing that? That kind of locks in a whole bunch of different people. And again, it's all about building that network. The tracks are great, personal sponsoring and all the things that are obvious to us. But as you start to build your business, and this is one of the areas I think there's an organization calls it tap rooting or something, where you need to go down under people. If you want to lock people in with your business, sometimes you need to get under different people. The first person you have may not be your business builder. And you've heard us say this again, if we look at our genealogy of people that are leaders that are probably on this call tonight, they're not a person that we personally sponsored initially. They got involved because somebody else got involved with somebody else that got involved. So, I want to keep reminding you of that, because that's all still volume and you still make really good money on this compensation plan with all that. But it locks in people who might just, not even be a piddler for you. All of a sudden they start to make money. And, I know that the company went over the amount of money we can get people making. If we can get them making money, they buy more product, they stay longer, and probably will give you more referrals. It was really interesting. I wish we could have videotaped some of the leadership meeting. Brandon Cunningham did two really, really great analogies. And our business is all about sharing the same story different ways so that people can get excited about it. And maybe you can relate to this, maybe you can't, particularly if you've ever, rented a home, or you have rentals, or you own a home. He went through this story of how, when you own a home, you will do everything to take care of it because, and he used an example, he's got a leaking pool. First time around, it cost him $8,000. Well, it's leaking again. He doesn't know what it's going to cost. But would he ever consider not fixing that pool based on how expensive it was? No, because you couldn't live in the home. He also has a deck that is leaking that is going to be real expensive that he's going to need to replace. Sounds like his house is falling down, although I think it's a fairly new house that he had redone. But, again, because he owns the house, and maybe because you own the house, you will do what you need to do to make sure that the house is okay and looking good. He used the analogy of a neighbor has a rental house down the block, and the person that rents that house thinks nothing of letting garbage be all over the place and not keeping things up. And you've seen houses, overgrown bushes and all this. So, a renter doesn't really care about their business. They allow things to happen, good or bad. They're not really invested in it. But we need to think of our business as homeowners, doing what we need to do to, make sure our customers are happy, to make sure all our consultants are happy, to spend the time with them, to make sure that they understand, kind of oversee and look over their shoulder and stuff. I thought that was great. Bobby, do you want to share the grape one too? I thought that was a really cool story too.
Which one?
The grape, when he talked about the grapes, wine and the grapes and all, that was super cool
But I
too.
don't have that. I don't know why you're asking me to show that.
Okay. No, and not show it, just I meant to tell them, he talked
Oh,
about.
yeah, he went through how every year the wine from vineyards could be different from year to year. And the reason it changes from year to year is the grapes are different. And it depends on how much water they get, or how much heat they get, or how much cold they get, or how dry it is, or whatever it is, but it changes from year to year. And you may not always have the same harvest from year to year, but you keep going from year to year. And his analogy was, with this business, you never stop recruiting or harvesting in this business, and not all crops are equal. And now, granted, people are equal, but sometimes you have a year and your business will explode, man. You just hit the lottery and get 4 or 5 good ones who get 4 or 5 good ones, and you build a monster business fast. And other years, the recruiting, you may get just as many, but they're not as fruitful. And it's like wine, you know, one year you could get a better crop than the next year, but you don't stop, you know, nurturing the vineyard. Okay. And the analogy was our business was like a vineyard. And you got to do what you got to do, but you never know where they're going to come from. And you just keep going with it. So they were great analogies. And I agree with you, April. I wish we had recordings of them.
Yeah, that was really good. So, all right. So you want to bring up some skincare slides and I'll go. I know a lot of you were there. I'll go through it. If you got questions, put them in the chat. And if I know it, I'll answer it. If not, we'll have to ask Lisa Barnes. So, or maybe somebody else knows it. So, all right. So I'm going to go through some of this. Go to like the third slide. Yeah. Go one more. Okay. So,
You're going to
take,
start with the 15-minute thing, right?
yeah, take your before and after pictures. We did Bobby's. I got to put them in Canva and put them side by side. Tremendous results. You know, the way they rolled out the skincare line here in the United States and when I got mine, they really gave us like no instructions other than don't say anything. So, you know, and actually I'll do my after because it's probably been maybe 6 weeks or something. I forget. We got before Punta Cana, I think, whatever that was. So I'll have to figure out the dates. So I'll do mine. But when we did Bobby's and we did just the eye cream, that we saw big results. So we were amazed in just 15 minutes. We didn't know about that until they actually launched, you know, over in the Netherlands. We saw some of our group doing it. So they got instructions on 15 minutes. Again, take pictures. The eye area, I mean, it's 22 muscles there that she said, blinks over 1,000 times an hour. You know, we're blinking so that we've got all this movement going on, thin skin. So it's usually the area that, you know, wrinkles the most first is, you know, has the most puffiness and stuff. But this is going to be great as we do sip and glows. So if you were in wherever we were, Nashville this past weekend, you heard our story. You know, I went to a luncheon last week and I brought some True Renew. And literally we had, and this was a really nice country club, but we opened the True Renew, used a butter knife and used it on the back of people's hands. So that's what I've been doing at the Sip and Glows is just allowing people to use it right away because the first time they use that True Renew, they can feel how soft it is. Well, we can do pictures in 15 minutes isn't long. The key to this too, 15 minutes, you're going to get people to hang around a little bit longer so that you can talk to them more about the products and the opportunity. They're not going to go flying out the door because you put some eye cream on them and took some pictures. So it's going to be a way to keep people there. And that's always the best part of a meeting. If you can keep them there after the presentation and socializing and asking questions and stuff, that's where the power comes. So this was the ice here, but what they're using is all the products, you know, the illuminating cream and the eye. They're using all of them, not just the eye on some of these 15-minute pictures. So it's pretty cool when you can see results in 15 minutes. Okay, and we all know this. Okay, so again, we've talked about fibroblasts. We have the study on this. You know, fibroblasts are very important. They're the glue that holds everything together. You probably will never mention this word. This is kind of for yourself. You know, most people have no idea unless they're maybe in the medical field or an esthetician or something. So I wouldn't even go there with that.
April, I'm just going to skip to the new product because most people know that. So go ahead.
Yeah. So skip one more. Okay. You know, if they ask you any reason why the old is out and the new is in and stuff, you know, again, it's not hard to realize that, you know, this whole industry of skincare is evolving, you know, pretty quickly. It's a big industry and growing, you know, even bigger at this point. I think he said 165 billion, something like that. So
100 currently going to something like 240 in the next 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah. So this was the old, we never saw this. I don't know how many of you did. This must have been an old bottle or something.
Yeah, that was the original.
Yeah,
think
we
they
only
got.
know the white tube. So this is the new stuff. You know, pomegranate enzymes is in the cleanser. So that's what's helping you with the, I had that bottle. Somebody said they had that bottle. Some of this stuff will be able to be in a museum or whatnot, but there's a pomegranate enzyme that's going to kind of exfoliate with the cleanser as well. It's very, very gentle. I've used it myself as well. Leaves the skin feeling soft, doesn't strip of all the essential oils and stuff we want. Do you have, I think you've got individual slides on some of this stuff too. Okay, so this is the cleanser, like I said, gentle exfoliation, remove impurities, dead skin, cleanses the pores. So it's very gentle to be able to use. And so they're telling you the importance of exfoliation. This is stuff that you are never going to talk to anybody about. So, you know, again, this is all for your own natural information. You can see it all there. You know, oh, this is the pomegranate enzymes that I was talking about. So.
And these slides, folks, are with under the assets in the hub if you want them for yourself for a presentation. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I would not do this as a presentation. I'm going to tell you right now. People want
Educational.
results.
Yeah.
Yeah, people want results. They want to see. Again, True Renew, great for sampling. So you do a 15-minute video, put this on the back of their hands, depending on how much, you know, every sip and glow is different. If you've got a smaller group of women, you can bring out some washcloths, have them wash their face. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do depending on how many people there are not. So again, 11 different signs of aging is the True Renew. That's the same product that we've had now for, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months as well. So, and you know that this is cranberry. So go ahead. Cranberry peptides. Okay. So this, it's 360 degrees. Use it all around, use it on top of the lid, you know, the sides where if you have crow's feet, you know, you'll be able to see some reduction in puffiness and lines. And a lot of people, their eyelids were able to be wider open, the lids, you know, decrease. So there's a lot of, the before and afters are going to be your marketing tool. And I know I didn't like doing with the collagen my before and after, you know, I still don't like looking at it, but that's where the money is made, when people can see your before and after. So do a 15-minute before and after and keep it there. So, and you can see all the different areas that it's targeting.
And we will be making up another group with before and afters just from this product. We're not going to blend it in with the collagen before and afters. We're gonna make a group on a messenger group and probably a website too, where it'll just be before and afters of this new eye cream and the new skincare system. So April.
All right. So again, you can see the results there. You can keep going. Okay, so this one was cool. You know, one of the things that really caught my attention that I know a lot of ladies deal with is dark spots. And so that's like a benefit, a trigger word, when you can say, not only is it reducing what you already have, but it was preventing further ones, which is huge. So, you know, that's something that will be in my scripts as I'm talking to people, because I mean, I know right away when we started talking about the melatonin and all in the skin, somebody literally started pointing to dots on her face, which, you know, weren't that visible, but all of a sudden, you know, it's obviously something that bothers her. And I know in thinking about it, some of my friends, that's what bothers them. They'll always have like full makeup on, liquid makeup or something, because the brown spots are what bothers them the most. So again, prevents it from, you know, not only reduces it, but then prevents it from more new ones coming. So that's really, really cool. So that's how I'll market this product. You know, it's an anti-aging hydrating cream. Yeah, but dark spots will be huge, especially as we start to get pictures on that. So, okay. So it breaks it up and then it'll block it from more coming in. And then everything also helps with the collagen.
So April, is this kind of the revised newer formula of the old anti-aging cream?
Yep.
Okay, so.
But we never talked about dark spots or any of that going away or staying away. So
but this is the
cool.
enhanced formula of that product.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and this is, I have loved this since we were in Punta Cana. I've already used almost 2 sticks of this, so I love this product. No breakouts. It's not overly, it's a stick you can put on. It's not overly white or anything, so it's not like you have a, you know, my old stuff, my face was totally white. So I just love this. This has been great. It's a mineral base, so hopefully you'll use this. Really safe for kids too. A lot of times the sunscreens aren't so good, so I just love, and it stays on no matter how hot. It's not falling off. It's not overly oily, so that's been a favorite of mine already. So yeah. So again, it's just an addition to things that, you know, depending on what the person wants, you know, collagen is still a buzzword. I would still stick with a lot of collagen. But you know what, if collagen is too pricey, we've got some other options now. They've got dark spots. We're going to use, you know, the new skincare. If bags and their eyes bother them more, maybe I'm going to steer them to just that, you know. Maybe I'll steer them just to the True Renew. It gives you a lot of different options. So as you're talking to people and asking them what bothers and having a conversation with them, you can help them. And really, you know, that's what this business is all about, just helping people, you know, get the benefits that they want. Because, you know, if you get them happy with one, they'll come on to 2, they'll come on to 3. So whether it be Protandim because they've got something else going on that they need help with, I know I'm excited. I just told Bobby we have a new customer who we really love. We really like this lady, super sweet lady. So we're so glad because she really, really needs the Protandim, and I'm so glad that I think that's what she purchased. We can't even see because it hasn't updated. We just got the customer email. So I'm excited to see the results she's going to get. But yeah, and all new stacks on this stuff. So people can choose more things that fit for them. They want to get the True Renew in with it, or, you know, different.
There's a stack now. I mean, you still got your collagen True Renew one, but there's another one with the collagen, Protandim, and this skincare kit in it. And the price point, Lisa was talking about, and Dr. Rodarte was talking about, you know, this is the equivalent to $500 or $1,000 skincare package. This is equivalent or better than prescription medicine skincare stuff. This is stuff that works better, safer, better, you know, just the whole thing. The whole pack is $169. You know, is that right, Abe? $169 on subscription? I think that was the price on.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
And, you know, the
What do you-
retail on it is like $220. The individual pricing is like $220 if you separate them, but you buy them together. And I was looking at it because April wanted a bunch of the eye stuff and firming stuff. And I was analyzing buying them separate, just getting like a dozen of each. And it's not worth it. It's better to just buy the set. You know, just buy the whole set, because the other 2 products are so cheap if you're getting all 4 of them. So it's really priced, you know, well. And, you know, you may have heard me say this before, but back when we first got started in this industry, and it's almost 32 years now, we had an ephedra weight loss product. And it was a really good one that was being studied at Johns Hopkins University Medical School. And the results coming back were phenomenal. And then just before they put their label on our box, some stupid spring break kids down in Florida took some ephedrine, not ephedra, but some synthetic product, like ate the whole box during spring break with a wetsuit on and killed himself. You know, he was running in a wetsuit in 100-degree heat and downed a whole bottle or box of something. So ephedra got a bad rap, and it wasn't even ephedra that did it. It was ephedrine that did it, which is synthetic. And so the reason I share that with you is all we had, remember 30 years ago, no social media, no internet, no cell phones, none of that. All we had was before and after pictures, before and after weight loss pictures, and people were standing in line to buy it. And that product 30 years ago was $95. That's like $300 today. Okay. That was a $95 product. And I'm telling you, if you treat this as your first day in business and you revisit every person that you have on your team, every customer that has ever bought from you, either currently or in the past, but you treat this brand new and you share with them what's brand new. And we got this Evolve compensation plan now that, people are making for, there was somebody, I have not met the lady yet, but she's an influencer now out there on social media. She wasn't in the room, but her sponsor was in the room. Do you know that there's a person in this company that's a 12 times diamond? 12 times diamond is 48,000 in personal, minimum of 48,000 in personal business. They enrolled 1,100 customers personally in 5 months. 11. Now, again, they're an influencer. Okay. If you don't know what that is, that's person that's got hundreds of thousands of followers on social media that listen to whatever they got to say every day. But the point I'm making is an influencer can influence and sell anything. And they're doing it with our product. And the reason it's our product, number one, it works well. But number two, the commission is the same every month. She's getting 30% every month on those personal orders. It's not just a big commission on the first month and then little residual after that. It's so the Evolve, in my opinion, Evolve compensation plan is our best product. And then collagen is our second best, Protandem's our third best, and then you can fight with about the rest of it, but probably this new skincare will be the next one, okay, in line. So if you really want to grow your business, then treat it as if today's the first day. And reach out to every person that you have ever spoken to, whether they were a customer, were a prospect, or a consultant, or they've gone inactive, and let them know what's new. I'm telling you, this is, folks, we've been waiting for April and I, and a lot of people on our team, we've been waiting 6.5 years for something like this to happen. When we came to LifeVantage, we didn't know this and we were new and we just went at it. But I was sharing this with someone today at corporate. LifeVantage had already been stalled for 4 or 5 years when we got here. The volume had peaked back in 13, 14, 15, and had stayed consistent at that 200 million mark. But when we got here, it was already there. It had been there for 4 or 5 years at that point. And we've been waiting for this opportunity. And if you've never been involved with another company, if you've never gone through the cycles that this industry presents, every 6 or 7 years, you got to kind of, I don't want to say reinvent yourself, but you need to tweak what you're doing and how you're doing it, because things you were doing 7 years ago don't work as well anymore. Okay. And now now LifeVantage got to skip that. See, they skipped the 7-year tweak. And why? Because Protandem and the anti-aging cream was so good that they really just didn't need to tweak. Okay. But their compensation plan got antiquated. It needed to be updated. And then obviously the product line has been modernized, and 1.5 years, June will be 2 years with the collagen, but that's a miracle product. Okay. And so now the new product, modern products are there. The modern compensation plan is there. Man, this is the time to run, folks. I mean, this really is. I mean, I'd never talk about Kenneth's personal business, but Kenneth's making 5, 6, 7 times more money per month now than a year ago, March of when Evolve rolled out. Okay, it can happen. April and I, and I'll just be as transparent as, we have more than doubled our income since Evolve started. So in less than a year, we more than doubled our income. So this is your time, folks. This is it. This is the time to be new again and get after it. And there's going to be a lot of people from other companies that are looking to change companies. And there's going to be a lot of people that you and I know that are going to be forced to make work decisions, business decisions. Look, it's not the best economy anywhere in the world right now, never mind just the United States. And we have the answer product-wise, We have the answer financially. And most important, we have the best culture that anybody could ever be a part of. The culture of the company is mind-boggling. Okay. It's what I can't tell you how many messages we've gotten from Amish people, how many messages we got from people we've never met. You should have seen what happened in the hallway after we did our presentation and it was lunch break. You know how sometimes you feel like there's eyes on you or somebody's following you? You ever get that kind of feeling? I turn around and this little like 10-year-old boy, think about our presentation was about a 10-year-old boy. Okay. This little boy was running us down in the Gaylord, like from the other side of the room. And his mother was saying, go, like catch up to him before they get to the elevator, you know? Came up, he gave us big hugs. He wanted to take a picture with us. And then after the mom took the picture, he was blowing kisses to April. This was a 10-year, it was the cutest thing you ever seen. But what was really, I don't even know what the word is, folks, but he was the same age as the little boy we were talking about in our presentation. You know, I don't know what to say. There was a lot of godly things going on this weekend. Okay. But it was just, take my word for it and take the word of the people that were there. If you weren't there, you weren't there. Don't miss the next one. But dive in with, you know, full steam ahead now because the table has been set. And, you know, a lot of really cool stuff is going to happen. Now, industry-wise, March, April, and May are spectacular business months in this industry. Traditionally, June, July, August slows down a little bit. Well, you know why? Mothers with children. School lets out, okay? And families are vacation. That doesn't mean you're not doing business then, but this is the height of the season, these next 3 months. So that's why you just want to really pedal to the metal. It's time, you know, and you got all the tools you need and all the support you need. So April?
Yeah, there are new videos in the hub, so go ahead.
What's it like, 4 new ones or 5 new ones?
I think there's 3, but I don't know.
Three? Okay.
Just look at, and you know, a video is, if you like it, use it. If you don't like it, then it's not right for you. So,
And they're
you know,
short, they're just a couple minutes. They're specific and they're short. So very easy to use. What else?
Yeah. So, well, we're kind of running out of time. We'll
Yeah,
let
no,
them-
I told you we were gonna be a little long
Yeah,
today.
but I'll have the video ready next week. And then Rachel, if you were in the main room, did a really great training. And I know everybody was in different rooms, so I'll recap that as best I can. Of course, I could never do what she does, but I did take some good notes on what she did. So it's all about having a sticky business and keeping your consultants and your customers happy. So I thought that was really great too.
So Deborah Watson is how do you get on the hub? Deborah, just go to your website, you know, your replicated website, and on your initials, that little circle on the top right, just click on that and it will pull up. Okay. It'll say, what's the word they're using now in front of hub? Anyone remember?
Or you could
Well,
just do
you'll
hub.lifevantage. It doesn't.
What is it? Communication hub, I
Yeah,
think.
something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Number
Or
The
Yeah.
menu drops and you'll see something like communication hub. Just click on that. It
Yeah.
automatically opens up and everything that we used and talked about tonight is there. Okay. And you can download it. It's all in shareable form. You can get it in Dropbox. You can download it straight to your computer, whatever you want to do in any form that you want. So
I have a very important question.
go ahead.
April, I want to know, they show 15 minutes afterwards the result about the lift. I want to know what happens after that, how long that lasts, because we are going to use it every day. So how long this 15 minutes thing lasts? But does it become again the same old so that we keep on doing it again and again? How it works once you start using it? Because
Yeah.
people can ask me, because there are out there products which last only few hours. So I want to know about our thing, how long it lasts.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think it's-
what Lisa was saying, and I can answer this one because I heard someone ask the exact same question. Those staggering results are going to happen with a new person that hasn't used it. Okay, they haven't used it, but every day the results build on each other. And every day gets better and it becomes more permanent, better and more point. And the more days you use it, the more time you use it, the better and better and better it gets. From a marketing standpoint, that 15-minute before and after is what we want to show is how good the product is, how fast it works. And then it just builds on that every day you continue to use it. It just gets better and better.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else want to share before we call it a night? Anyone, any other comments? Anyone that raised their hand and I didn't call on you because I didn't see it? Are we good? Well, I just, on behalf of April and I, we've never been prouder to be with a group of people like you all. You know, we enjoy spending time with you in Nashville. I wish Saturday night wasn't a trifecta. I wish it didn't have the NCAA tournament. I wish it wasn't St. Patrick's Day. And I wish it wasn't spring break all at once. Okay. I wish, because it was an absolute, it just reminded me, I remember when my dad used to work New Year's Eve in Manhattan, in New York City. It kind of reminded me of New Year's Eve in New York City. You know, it was just insanity, but it was really good to experience. It was good for everybody to see. And then Kenneth somehow got us 20 seats in a restaurant. I don't know what he did, if he slipped someone 100, I'm not sure what happened, but he got 20 seats in a restaurant during this mess. And they only made us wait an hour or so. It wasn't like ridiculous, but so good job.
I love what Annette said. Annette said, he'll get it done. He'll get it. Annette was so sure. I'm like, there's a gazillion people here. No, Kenneth can do it. You don't understand. I'm like, okay.
It reminded me in Punta Cana, there were no tables, but the money went further down there with the currency that was down there. So a $20 bill got 8 of us seated immediately. But in Nashville, that wasn't going to do it. You were tipping them $20 when you liked the band, the song the band played. You tipped them $20. It wasn't going to get a table for 20. So anyway,
job,
Kenneth,
yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
That is your job forever now. But anyway, we really do love and appreciate all of you, and it was a super honor to have a prime spot on main stage and have the opportunity to share the message that we did. So thanks for being there. I did put the video up in Team Unity. Kenneth's there, and as we gather all the pictures, we'll be loading everything up there for you to help yourself. So
And let us know what you think about July 20th.
yeah, we need to know what your thoughts are on that. And we're not asking for a commitment. We're just looking to see where your head's at. And if it's something you'd like to see happen or something, just give us some feedback on it. Because we're going to have to lock up a really big house if, you know, and probably by the end of the month, we're going to have to do it. So we need some feedback. All right.
Yeah. And if I can work it in my schedule, I definitely want to go. And that was by far the best presentation I've ever heard you and April do. And I'm so grateful for it. It just broke my heart and I cried and it was so inspiring. So thank you. I love you both so much.
Thanks.
We
And
love you. I love
it's
hanging out with
mutual.
all you.
Somebody told me that was sitting in the back of the room, and I heard it on Carrie's video because Carrie videoed the whole thing. She said, when we played the recording with the story with the little boy and the lady, that there were 2,000 people in that room. It was time to go to lunch. It was a half hour late. And she said you could hear a pin drop in the room. And I'm like, how do you, well, whatever.
Pin drop, sniffles. Everybody was crying.
So
Yeah,
Amazing.
you couldn't hear a pin drop, Bobby, in that when you guys were presenting. It was amazing.
Well, that came from somewhere else, and I'm very grateful for it and grateful for April. But anyway, let's have some fun, folks, okay? We all pray to be in this place at this time with a company that's got all this stuff lined up the way it is. Man, let's not, and you heard me talk about complacency. We need to resist it and not accept complacency and just plow through, man. Our time is here. Let's go nonstop for the next 90 days and evaluate again and see where we all are, in 90 days. I'm telling you, it's amazing what can happen. And there's nothing April and I want more than to see all of you have it. And obviously if you all have it, then we're fine. Okay. It works out fine for us. So anyway, have a great night. Thanks for everything you do. And we'll be back on Sunday night. Okay. But I appreciate you making time on Monday.
Hey,
Bye,
can you
everyone.
all know how to raise our
Good
hands?
night. Thank you. Love you guys.
Message us if you have any other questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.